Hi, my name is Marc Gafni, and I'm privileged to be the spiritual director of the Integral Spiritual Experience, which is the premier gathering of the integral evolutionary community that takes place every year at Asilomar over the New Year's weekend on the Pacific Ocean. And we're now on Saturday afternoon of Integral Spiritual Experience number 2. The topic, the future of love, has been just off the charts beautiful. 500 people gathered from some 35 different countries in the world. And one of the most special things that happened is our very, very dear friends from Venwoude, the wonderful Venwoude Retreat Center, are here with us. I had an absolutely delightful time teaching at Venwoude some 4 or 5 weeks ago. And in this kind of really unusual meeting of hearts and minds, we really forged a vision, a shared deep vision of what might be able to unfold. And from my perspective, Venwoude is really the important place in Holland and one of the important places on the European continent that's holding a profound integral consciousness and doing extremely important work in unfolding and evolving that consciousness, particularly in the realm of relationship, family, sexuality. And Venwoude's work is really part of the larger wave, the larger constellation of integral evolutionary unfolding around the world. And so I'm just delighted that the Venwoude people are here doing beautiful teaching in breath work, right, in body, somatic-based spiritual disciplines, and look forward with utter delight to continued deepening intimacy, contact, and participating together in the beautiful way that we are in the evolution of consciousness.
I'm Diane Hamilton, and I just recently returned from doing a retreat in Holland with my good friends at Venwoude. And I want to just speak for a few moments about what a pleasure it is to work with them, and also to introduce them within the integral world, because this is a retreat center that's been located on the outside of Amsterdam for something like 25 years. And over the course of that time, the community there has worked very, very deeply in relationship to sexuality, to intimacy. They become really profound breath workers, body workers. They do a tremendous amount of work in terms of releasing trauma, and human relationship is really their expertise. I found the place to be completely restful and inspiring because it's on something like 25 acres of kind of pristine wood. There's a beautiful little lake there and really healthy food. And what you find when you come to Venwoude to do your work is that the container in which you're held is so deep and so trustworthy that your ability to open and to relax and to really surface and work on what it is you're there to do couldn't be held more pristinely than it is there. It's very important for us to understand the relationship of changes in the body, for instance, the releasing of trauma, and integrate that into our understanding of the spiritual path. It's important to understand how important breath work and body work is in terms of integrating our insights, and then to be able to take that understanding and to come from a vehicle that's actually very free and very flexible, and to then begin to bring that into relationship. So Venwoude is one of the places in the integral community where I just want to invite people to come to be there, because there's so much that's possible, and it's a very trustworthy place to be.
Venwoude is a very special place, I have discovered. It's been going for around 22 years, and it has various levels of engagement. You can come into a public program, and you can sign up for your life and everything in between. the sense of practice there resonates in the place. There's a sense of people who want to engage with the deep practices and understanding that makes us ready to be in this confused world. And I've seen that in the Venwoude faculty and in the Venwoude participants, also the ones that have come into my programs. And another thing that's outstanding is that you really feel they walk their talk. In other words, these people who are top trainers have worked deeply with themselves, and it's evident in how they manifest as trainers, as participants with inquisitive minds and open hearts. So it's always a pleasure to be at Venwoude.
I found home. Remarkably beautiful place. And the most beautiful thing is the quality of the people. It's a conscious community that actually is doing the work. The quality of the food, the impeccable care for the buildings and the presentation, the unconditional loving at the heart of that community. And now that they've got Mondo, everything is perfect there, right? And actually, my beloved Mary and I are going back to be with the community and lead session in the spring.
I've had the delight and I've had a lot of fun coming and teaching at Venwoude. It's one of the acupressure points on the global integral process where a new wave of consciousness is coming into the world, and there are certain places where it's surfacing and finding its way forward, and Venwoude has been that kind of a place. I've had the privilege to help that process move forward, to be one of the missionaries of a new integral consciousness that's arriving in the world more and more powerfully every day and every year. And I look forward to coming back because there's a process cooking here all over the world and at Venwoude that you're going to be hearing about.
Truly an integral community, truly a mature and beautiful community, offering the truth of their presence and their living being, and sharing that, sharing that life as a vehicle of teaching. It's perhaps the most conscious place that I've been, and deeply in love and in gratitude, and delighted to be welcomed into the community.
What a delight to be together. Thank you.